And we gotta talk. We talked it once before, and it's actually low-key one of our biggest videos on YouTube. So we gotta talk it again. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Not only is it heating up, but both sides went a little quiet, only to drop the biggest news yet. November 12th or 19th. Be fucking ready. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. It's going fucking down. How do y'all feel about it? Are y'all ready come Thanksgiving vibes?
Hey, Paul, I just need you to point me, right? So Marcus is right here.
Yeah.
Hey, nigga, I'm pointing at you. I'm pointing at your ass, Marcus. Motherfucker. My dog, Errol Spence, is setting up to roll your dog right by your birthday. And I want you to understand that the gift he's going to give to Terence Crawford is it's going to be felt through the TV screen straight to you.
Gift that keeps on giving.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to ask y'all. I got some questions for y'all.
Question? What's the question? What round? And
I'm gonna say this one I'm going to shoot to Marcus. The fact that Errol Spence is a natural 147er and he's kind of big for the division, and Terence Crawford is not that big. I don't know how much power he'll have against Errol Spence. Does that make you worry about this fight? The fact that he's a little smaller for the division on this fight?
Nah, I don't. Spence is the bigger. He's more of like the natural 147. More, he can fight at 154. He's just a naturally bigger fighter. Crawford came up from 140 and shit, so Crawford got the smaller frame. Definitely Spence got the bigger frame. Spence probably got the more power. But the thing about Bud, he could hurt Spence. That's one thing. That's for sure. I think Bud could definitely hurt Spence. Definitely like. I'm not worried about the size too much, just because Crawford looks pretty straight right at 147. He doesn't look small. He doesn't come off like he's small. He got that long ass reach. He got some long ass arms. So like, I'm not really worried about too much of the power for real, or like the size difference at least. Cause I believe Bud's power. That's for sure. I think that shit's gonna carry.
All right. And then my question for Kev. We're going towards Team Spence now. As you couldn't tell, Team Crawford is Marcus here. I'm the mediator. Team Kev, Team Spence. Does the fact that I'm not saying nothing, but I'm saying something. The fact that Terence Crawford is probably the better skillful fighter. Does that worry you?
I think that's why that's gonna be the biggest test. So like, you have to come in there, Errol Spence. Damn, I'm really high right now. Errol Spence has to come in and fight a very perfect fight. The little slip ups that he had against Ugas and even Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, they were blunders. There were points in time, even though they won those fights convincingly. Everything, even. Maybe not the Sean Porter fight really that much. That convincing. He's not Sean Porter too. He won all these fights convincingly, but there were times where they was like, oh. And I don't think it'd be the same for Terence Crawford in those situations. I think Terence Crawford would show complete dominance and annihilation from beginning to end. So because of that, Errol Spence has to come in there ready to fight. You can't do those crazy shit. You can't let it slip. And he has to come in and fight, control the pace, because Crawford can fight, or an unorthodox, so he can fight. He's a switch fighter, so he can fight either way, whatever stance makes you more uncomfortable. And then motherfucking, he doesn't make mistakes. He's like the Patriots. Like, you don't really want him to fuck up too much around him, because he will capitalize every time. And he can end you with these combinations. So like, he's like one of those people, like, they don't look like they're strong, but the knuckles are hard. Like, so like, that's how I look at bro. But like, because of that, Errol Spence has to come in the mindset that this is gonna be the toughest challenge I've ever faced in life. So I gotta come in better than my best. And I think that when he reaches that and he finds a new level, because this is gonna be a deep fight way into the end, slugfest. I think that's why Errol Spence is gonna win it. And fuck anybody that thinks otherwise.
All right, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna reiterate it. I'm gonna reiterate it one more time. This is August 10th, so it's a little early. We're not giving the exact predictions, whatever, right now because we're gonna have a breakdown of everything come later. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. I'm drawing the line in the sand. Pick your side. Who's winning right now?
You want the answer?
I want to hear the answer and how.
I feel like we've given the answer more than anything.
All right, I mean, shit,
How?
but
Does Crawford get the win decision? Does he just work him to the end? Does Crawford just knock him out? Is it a close fight? Let me hear
this fight is hard.
prediction.
This fight's hard because, like, man, both the dudes, they top pound for pound fighters. Like, you could argue Spencer's 3. You argue both of them top 5 for sure. So, like, it's really, in reality, it's a 50-50 fight. It could go both ways. That's the craziest part about this fight. We haven't seen a fight like with this magnitude since Pacquiao Mayweather. This fight is going to surpass that fight. This is one of the biggest fights we'll probably see in our lifetime, for real. At least.
Fuck the numbers. We're talking about the skill for skill.
Yeah, exactly. Up to this point, this could be one of the biggest fights we see in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying? At least, like, skill-wise, they're both in their prime, both pound for pound. It's just going to be ridiculous. So, but I'm going with Crawford winning, just like, but that's not, man, it's hard though, because like Spence, before the accident, a lot of people had, like, you know what I'm saying, not like the accident did too much, but obviously that's a thing, but people had Spence like clear favorite before the accident, you know, overtime and shit. But
did you have him as a clear favorite before the accident?
No, I always had Crawford, but I did think it was still closer. But I mean, I don't really take the accident too much into account because I think he looked really good against Ugas. Honestly, I think Spence is back. He might not have that killer in him, but I mean, like how he did before. But I don't know. Either way, he's a dog, man. That's all right. I'm not even trying to downplay it, but I'm going with Crawford, man. I'm not gonna put out how yet because I still gotta. I don't know if I want to put that out there yet like that yet.
He don't want to. He don't want to fuck up the odds because he knows that if he puts it out there, the odds are gonna lean towards it.
Yeah, exactly. So like, but man, like it's really like I just lean Crawford due to Crawford is just I think is like one like he's just his talent, bro, is just out of this world, bro. He like his fighting skill set is like he is higher than anyone in this world, bro. Like just the way, and then he can switch it from orthodox southpaw. He got power in both hands. He got that killer instinct. So, and like you seen Errol Spence in the dogfight with Sean Porter, and Sean Porter was able to work on Errol Spence. You know what I mean? You can't let Crawford work on you. If not, it's gonna be bad news, bro. Like Crawford is a demon. He lands punches. He's a different type of animal, man. But Spence is a dog too, man. Spence is a boxing purist, bro. So I mean, it's gonna be crazy either way, man. It's crazy.
Well, how about you, Kev? I'll let you, because I'm not giving my pick out till the prediction. I'm playing mediator until I give my pick, and just know I'm riding hard with the pick. So, Kev, let me hear your Errol Spence Jr. pitch.
I already gave it to you, man. Team Spence all the way, dog. Spence is gonna come through. His best method and motion his best path to success is to come in with the mindset we got to fight a perfect fight. You need to come through just and use your power, use your size, and just be aware of this jab because it's crazy nice. Be aware, just watch his game plan and just know what he does best and be ready for it because he's gonna come with everything and the kitchen sink. So like, and just come in there and try to control the pace and really fight your fight before let him fight everything else.
Facts. I think this is honestly, like I said a little bit earlier, fuck the ratings, fuck the numbers, fuck the sales. When it comes to skill versus skill, this is up there with any of the fights. You can talk about the Durant versus Sugar Leonard. Like you can talk with like when the kings of the welterweight, middleweight divisions were fucking fighting each other. Like this is up there with that when it comes skill versus skill. And this is why other generational talents like Boots and Ortiz are sitting in the fucking back burner, because they know they can't beat these two cats, and those two are fucking generational world-class talents themselves. So, man, you don't make better fights than this. And I coming into boxing, the how early I am am happy that this is a fight that I get to see either November 12th or November 19th. Fuck all the bullshit. Either one of those two dates, it's happening.
Dead ass.
Shit, I don't think we can. I don't want to beat a dead horse, so we'll save the rest for our predictions and breakdown. That's been Totally Blitz Podcast. I'm Paul Pickin Wyndham Concha. I'm with the Falcons fan himself, that dirty bird, Kev Waterboy Savoy, and I'm with the dirtiest of fans, the Panther fan himself, Marcus T. Penley. We getting ready for boxing assignment, getting ready for UFC main events, and definitely getting ready for the motherfucking football season less than a month. But that's been Totally Blitz Podcast.
You bitch.
Got a problem with being problematic. Get the light beam on me, ready for electrostatic. Don't you step into this box if you're not batting. Then my gang got tools, you can call them boy crap. Man, this gang got rules, man, you better watch your passes, this ain't not new. Passing out the medicines. We've been on that rock star regimen, knowing that I'm heaven sent, higher than I ever been. I got a problem with